mutant fish pigs, bugs ravishing the country, the downfall of humanity. Author Chris Campbell tells a warning tale of the effects that genetically modified organisms could have on our future. While this story is a completely fictional joke, it does in an extreme way reflect the widespread concerns surrounding GMOs. Today I would like to explore with you the details of genetically modified organisms, commonly known as GMOs. There is no doubt that this is a controversial subject, and many of you might have strong opinions about it. In contrast, many of you might not consider it on your day-to-day lives. However, given that this is a widespread debate, I believe it's an important issue for us to have knowledge of. By discussing GMOs today, I hope we can all learn something new. As a healthy 25-year-old, I hope to maintain my health for a long time to come. And with my own ethical values, I do care about living in a world where there's enough food for everyone. I'm sure many of you in this room share similar concerns. Because of that, I believe this is a good issue for us to talk about. So today we are going to explore multiple sides of the GMO debate. This is a controversial subject, like I said. However, rather than tell you whether or not you should eat GMOs, today we'll just discuss what GMOs are, why some people support the use of them, and why some people do not. I'm sure all of you have heard the term GMO, but what does it really mean? Like I mentioned before, the acronym GMO stands for Genetically Modified Organism. When this is done with food, it's oftentimes referred to as a GM food. The World Health Organization describes GMOs as organisms, plants, animals, or microorganisms in which the genetic material, or DNA, has been altered in a way that does not occur naturally by mating and/or natural recombination. Engineers are able to alter DNA even across species to create traits that are considered desirable. Genetic modification can result in grains that are resilient to natural pests and viruses. It can be used to create chicken breasts that are bigger, apples that are juicier, and has even been used to create neon fish for home fish tanks. However, according to Robert Paarlberg, an academic researcher from Wellesley College in Massachusetts, the use of GMOs has been banned in many aspects of commercial farming, even in the United States. This ban includes genetically modified wheat, potatoes, rice, most fruits and vegetables, and most animals, including fish. However, GMOs are widely used to create animal feed for industrial farming. Many people question the safety of genetic modification, especially when it comes to food. Much of the public and some governments have ethical concerns when it comes to genetic modification. If you were to conduct an internet search on GMOs, I'm sure you'd find countless campaigns about banning, labeling, or the harmful health effects of GMOs. What are some of the major concerns about GMOs? One of the major concerns about GMOs is gene transfer. This refers to the transfer of genes from GM foods into body cells. The World Health Organization notes that there's low possibility of gene transfer. However, this does remain a concern for many of those who oppose GMOs. The organization Greenpeace International takes an opposing stance on GMOs. They express environmental concerns that these genetically modified organisms can spread through nature and interbreed with natural organisms, therefore contaminating non-GE environments and future generations in an unforeseeable and uncontrollable way. On the other hand, some people hold a positive view about GMOs. Many scientists and organizations consider genetic modification to be an important tool for aiding world hunger and helping the environment. GIST, a Seattle-based environmental, news and commentary firm, points out some reasons to support the use of GMOs. They report that genetic modification allows another way to feed the world and close the yield gap between farms in rich and poor worlds. They note that farmers in the U.S. produce twice as much crop as farmers in developing countries. This is due to access to pesticides and farming equipment that is not readily available in developing countries. Engineers have been able to create versions of crop that are resilient and do not require pesticides. The World Health Organization acknowledges that GM foods should be treated on a case-by-case basis when it comes to if they're healthy or not. This is because there's great diversity in the way that foods are genetically modified. The World Health Organization also reports that no effects on human health have been shown as a result of the consumption of such food in the general population in the countries where they have been approved. So, in conclusion, today I've talked about GMOs, what they are, why some people support them, and why some people do not. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope we've all learned a little bit about genetically modified organisms, as well as the ethical debate surrounding the topic. Thank you.